Hey, Picks and Parlay family, welcome to Game Time Decision Friday, February 18th. I checked it before. I did hit the live button. Friday, February 18th, Game Time Decision. I am joined with my favorite knucklehead because Tim's off, Nick Earl. NBA's on a break, so no Tim Earl. We're going to let him enjoy his weekend. And I am joined with Nick Earl here. We're going to talk big boy talk the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm not an act. It's like the kids are away. Let's play. So we're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of net picks and chill because we didn't do it Tuesday because we're gonna start doing them on Friday nights. But we're gonna sprinkle in that and kind of after we go through today's injury report for tonight's game. There's only 4 games, so we're gonna go through those. After we do that, we're gonna do a little look ahead lines for tomorrow early hockey. I know there's for me Pacific time. There's like a 10 a.m. game, so um, we're gonna do that. So,
Yes.
Nick, my friend, are you ready?
Yeah. You hear that? It's nice and peace and quiet with Tim not here.
Wait,
Oh,
you hear that, everybody?
it's not
Silence.
Tim.
No Tim Earl.
Beautiful thing. All right, let's do this.
All right, you big jerk. Talk about some NHL. I'm gonna give you the floor real quick. I'm gonna bounce out, and then I'll come back and we'll go look ahead for tomorrow.
Yeah. Uh 4 game slate tonight, but similar to 2 nights ago, it's a kick-ass slate. All things considered. We have 7 teams that are playoff contenders in the Blackhawks. And so it should be a fun night of hockey. We'll kick it on off here with the first one here. The Carolina Hurricanes are hosting the Nashville Predators. No confirmations on goalies yet for this matchup here. Anderson and Saros are expected in net here for tonight. Nick Cousins out for the Predators. Jake Gardner is out for the Canes. Other than that, these teams are healthy. And we've seen the Predators struggle recently, and I'm going to look to fade them going down the line a little bit here. I like Carolina's team total over. I like the full game over 5.5 as well. I expect some goals in this first game. Next one here. This one should be probably the game of the night, I want to say. The Vegas Gold, or my bad, the Florida Panthers are at the Minnesota Wild. Sergei Bobrovsky confirmed in net for the Panthers. Cam Talbot in net for the Wild. Only Thornton Thornton and Nudivara out for the Panthers. Still no Dumba and Bjorkstad. Can't talk today for the Minnesota Wild out. And honestly, I think the Wild are in a little bit of trouble here. They've not looked good recently. They lost two straight games against the Jets, sandwiched in between with those being the sandwich of giving up 4 goals. Granted, it was a 7-4 win, but you gave up 4 goals to the Red Wings on the when the Red Wings are on the road, a team that struggles to score on the road. I don't really trust this Minnesota defense right now, and I really like goals in this game. I like the team total over for the Florida Panthers. I like the full game over for this game as well. And I like the Florida Panthers in the first period money line. I'm going to start dipping my toes a little bit into money lines here, but similar to baseball, I'm not going to be betting full game money lines instead of first 5. So it's going to be first periods for me here for money lines for the NHL. So I'm looking at the Panthers in the first period here. They score first in 61% of their games compared to 45% for the Minnesota Wild. So I think that's a nice little edge there for them to jump out, get a nice early lead, and cash that first period money line. So Panthers first period team total, and then the full game over as well for this one against the Wild. Dallas Stars, Chicago Blackhawks here. Jake Ottinger confirmed in net against Marc-Andre Fleury. This Dallas team's healthy. And on the other side, no Tyler Johnson for the Blackhawks, as well as Stillman, and still no Jonathan Taves for the Chicago team. And this is a Chicago team that struggles in the first period. They're one of the worst first period teams in the league, especially at home. Give me the Stars in the first period puck line, and I expect them to score at least 3 goals tonight. So it's Stars team total over 2.5 as well. I like all the overs tonight, by the way. So I like the Grand Salami over 24.5 as well, if you guys are wondering. LA Kings are at the Vegas Golden Knights for the last one here. Jonathan Quick and Laurent Brossoit are the expected goalies. Once again, no confirmations here for this game, the late game here. No Edler and Walker for the Kings. No Laner. No Nolan Patrick's questionable. Alec Martinez, Mark Stone, White Cloud are all out. I think that the Vegas Golden Knights are trying to pull a little bit of a Tampa Bay Lightning here with Mark Stone and Alec Martinez. The only reason why I think they're not playing is they need cap space to have Eichel on that roster right now. So the long-term IR is playing a fact here. I think that Mark Stone and Martinez are at least close to playing. If not, they could be playing right now. Just a little bit of a tidbit there. But I after being shut out back-to-back games here, I like the Vegas Golden Knights to jump out early in this game. First period puck line here for the Vegas Golden Knights. The LA Kings are one of the worst first period teams in the NHL. But this is a spot I don't live bet often. This is a spot at the end of the first period. If the Vegas Golden Knights do cover this puck line, I'm going to look to live bet the Kings money line because the Kings are a team that are able to come back from down behind. I do like the Kings to win this game potentially straight up, but I think Vegas starts out strong and covers the puck line in the first period. But that is everything for tonight's slate. Back to you, Detroit Lenny.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Florida first period. With you on the Knights first period. I do like that Canes game to go over, and the Preds game over 5.5. I have that. I like Knights in every which way for them though today. I know I'm a little leery of the Kings. I know they're able to come back, but I got the Knights in regulation money line first period. I just think after that brawl with Colorado, I don't know if the Knights are going to lose back-to-back games at home. That's a tough place to play at the Fortress. And,
hasn't been this year.
It really hasn't. It not as much as in years past. Like a handful, by the way. They're a new team, but that's kind of where I'm leaning though. Preds Canes over 5.5. I do like that Dallas game. I like Dallas. I didn't bet it though. Marc-Andre Fleury and net with Chicago, so I don't know about all that though.
Yeah, doesn't scare me anymore.
He doesn't, but if he stands on his head, he stands on his head. Real quick though, before I forget, let's go talk about our friends over at BetMGM. Let's get this up and running here. They have a promo for the weekend here. Don't forget to take advantage of it. If you haven't already, sign up with our friends over at BetMGM. $1,000 up to $1,000 risk-free bet is the promo for the All-Star Weekend, for NBA All-Star Weekend and everything like that. So definitely take advantage of that if you haven't already. And Net Picks and Chill. Usually is on Tuesday nights. We're going to move that to Friday nights so we can kind of go over Friday night games. And we're doing it at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Or no, not 6 o'clock Eastern time. My bad.
I was going to say that's game time.
That's game time decision. I'm on 9 o'clock or 6 o'clock Pacific time. But it will be
6 o'clock weird time, 9 o'clock real time.
Yeah, whatever. 9 o'clock Pacific, damn it, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Damn it, Bobby. 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific. We're going to go over all the Friday night games, maybe do a little live betting, some stuff like that, and then we'll recap or kind of look ahead for the weekend games this way. So we give you a little bit more bang for your buck. But talk to me about the Saturday NHL games. There's an early game here tomorrow. Buffalo at home against Colorado Avs. The Avs just coming off a brawl in Vegas. I mean, that was play. Look, if you wanted to taste the playoff hockey, I've said this before in multiple shows. If you wanted to taste the playoff hockey, you should have watched the Avs and the Knights because that was some bang up playoff hockey. Which, by the way, I think you're going to get the same kind of playoff feel tonight with the Panthers and the Wild. I mean, I think that game could be a high scoring game. I don't know about 7 though. It's moved up to 7.
See, I got it at 6.5, so. I wouldn't touch the 7 though.
6. So I mean, talk to me about the Saturday games. I'm gonna run through some chat, say hi to some people. Yo.
Yeah.
What game stands out to you on the Saturday night games?
I have bet 2 games. 3 games. I've bet 3 games for tomorrow. And during my group chat's little think tank today, there was a couple spots that really for first periods, because unfortunately first periods are not available to me until the next morning, that we really, really like. Like we like the Leafs in the first period against the Blues, and we like the Flames the first period against the Kraken. I already locked in under 6.5 with the Sabres and the Avalanche on a bunch of books. That's now gone down to 6. So shop around. I think there's still a couple books offering the 6.5. If you can get the 6.5, obviously get that. With this Colorado team, one thing we've noticed is that they are playing good defensively. Like this is a team that they have all the flashy offense. Don't get me wrong. This is still a team that can score. But this is going to be like a 4-1 game. That's kind of what the way it's going to play. I don't see Colorado, or I don't see Buffalo putting up more than 2 goals tomorrow. I'm probably going to be on Buffalo's team total under.
I was going to say, if that team total was 1.5, I still might take the under. Because I don't think they get more than 1 goal. 1 goal. They're going to get you 1 goal. But other than that, Colorado, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but Colorado is just stupid fast. I mean, they move fast. They remind me, and I don't mean to bring everything back to my Wings or whatever, but they remind me of the Russian 5 back in the day, and those Wings, man, they just move. And if you can't keep up, you are going to get left by the wayside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, this is a good Colorado team that all of a sudden is now playing playoff-style defensive hockey, which is what they need to do if they want to make it past the second round this year. But yeah. This is if the Avalanche continue to play like this. This is a really, really strong Avalanche team. I do like them. I do like them tomorrow.
That's a stimmy play for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Colorado Buffalo under 6.5. I don't hate that.
Good minds think alike there. Yeah, it's now at 6 at my book, but I got it at 6.5.
I got it at 6
at -121.
But earlier. I'll tell you what, at 6, it's still plus 105.
Yeah, and
I'll take the plus money under 6. I will. I mean, I would have liked it at 6.5, but I'll take plus money at 6.
See, I like it at 6.5. I wouldn't do 6 because I can see this being 4-2.
Then I'll push.
Yeah, or 5-1.
But I'll take the chance on plus money.
Yeah, and here's the beautiful thing about betting games early too that I've noticed, because I bet a couple of these during Think Tank with my group chat for hockey. Is we also hopped on over 6 at, I want to say -113 with the Jets and the Oilers. That's now sitting at 6.5. So that's a play I'm probably going to have to put up soon.
In Winnipeg, right?
In Winnipeg. I like the over in that game, and I like the Oilers. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but I did take the Oilers 16-1 to win the Pacific Division. Which was that play was truly a sell high spot here for the Calgary Flames, and I don't know what to think of the Vegas Golden Knights right now, with their goaltending being a big question mark and what's going on with Martinez and Stone and all of them. So I like the surging Oilers to compete for the Pacific Division. I think they're all 5 points behind right now, so keep that in mind as well. I really like the Oilers team total probably as well tomorrow. This is a team that I think can put up some goals. So yeah, I've beat 2 line movements in those 2 games. So
I will say this. Speaking of the Knights, though, you mentioned the Jack Eichel situation and what's his name on the IR because of salary cap issues.
Yes.
How long before that becomes an issue? Like, because, I mean, when you get closer to the playoffs, you're going to want those guys on the ice.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with the certain restrictions that you have. Like, you only got so much money and you only got so many spots. You know, somebody's going to have to sit. And somebody's going to end up being healthy scratches. And what happens is, in those type situations, and if you're going to flip that coin, and you're going to say, okay, do I want this guy nice or this guy? And you're trying to play the matchups, and you got analysis paralysis, and you overanalyze it and everything like that. And then next thing you know, if that decision if it works out, you're a hero. If it doesn't, you're out of a job. So you know, how long before my question, I guess, is how long before that becomes a serious? We're like,
I think that can
they
become
have
an
to do
issue.
something. They
And
have to do something.
yeah, an unpopular opinion. I think this Jack Eichel situation is going to blow up in Vegas' face eventually. Like I have a feeling
It
that
could.
this may be a huge mistake for Vegas because they gave up Peyton Krebs and Alex Tuck, who have actually looked pretty good for the Sabres right now. Like they gave up decent pieces to get Jack Eichel,
But
and
it's Vegas, man. We gamble. They threw the dice. They did. They rolled the dice, and they might
it
crap
was a
out.
massive gamble.
You
And
know,
I'm afraid they may have hit on 16 and got an 8. Like I mean, I think they may have busted here.
that's gonna
Like
suck.
I think that Jack Eichel acquisition may have been a mistake, to be completely honest, and it's because they have to have Stone and Martinez on long-term IR to have enough cap space for him. Like that's the main thing that comes down to this. Is I would much rather have Mark Stone than I would ever Jack Eichel, especially not knowing how
Right
Jack
now,
Eichel's gonna. Jack Eichel has skated one game in the last 11 months. Like this is not. Yeah,
who has more upside?
Stone. I with the injury
Potential upside. Jack Eichel could be like Connor McDavid-esque. I mean, he could be.
I don't see it with the injury. I don't see it.
That's what they threw. We'll see. I mean, he looked in and listen. He wanted to play. They played him against the Colorado team. He didn't have. He played more than I thought he would.
Yes,
he didn't have a bad game, but I don't know.
One shot on goal and he committed 2 penalties.
I mean, it wasn't but I mean, I get it. I'm just saying, like, I could have expected a lot worse. My thing is I think that they're all in on the Jack Eichel situation, and it could screw them for years to come. Or, you know, if they get a goalie, they might be dangerous.
If they go out and get a goalie, then they'll be fine.
And Marc-Andre Fleury is not the guy.
Nope, he's not. Nope.
I mean,
I have a feeling Marc-Andre Fleury may go to Edmonton or Toronto or something like that. He's definitely not going to be in Chicago, which that can bring up another great question here because we saw what Soderblom did last night against the Blue Jackets.
Yes.
Who the hell are the Blackhawks going to have in net when they trade Marc-Andre Fleury? Not if they trade Marc-Andre Fleury, when they trade Marc-Andre Fleury. Because this team, I mean, Dalia and Lankinen have been hurt. Are you going to bring up Dalia to back up Soderblom? Like that's an awful situation.
Oh, Chicago's a mess, man. Chicago's a mess. But they're gonna ask the world for Marc-Andre Fleury at the trade. I mean, for
of course they are. He's not worth it though.
That's what I'm saying. Time. Who's gonna give the world?
You need a good defense in front of him in order for him to be any good anymore. Like you need
did 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you did. Now I don't even know if that's gonna get you consistent. I don't think he's gonna win you a cup. Even with a decent defense in front of you. So, Edmonton, I don't know if it's going to go that all in for him. It could be dangerous if he does, but I don't know. You know, I don't know about that. The Leafs, man, are, I don't know. They're a head scratcher.
Leafs are tricky.
They're a head scratcher. They really are. Let's run through the top of the chat, though. Joe says yo-yo, but Kevin had a good question though. He wanted to know about Carolina money line, Wild money line, Stars money line, Knights and Kings over 6. If you're parlaying all that,
that's a nice 3 in one night.
Yes,
I think the Wild lose.
I think that game's gonna be. I did sprinkle a little bit because when I was watching Terry and Friends show earlier, and I did sprinkle a little bit on the draw. I did because I could see this game going a 3-3 going into overtime or a 2-2.
I think 4-4
or something like that.
Type of game, yeah.
4-4, something. I don't know. I mean, just out of pure principality of the situation, I sprinkled a little bit on the under because it was at 7. And 7, I can't do it. I can't do 7. It's like
it's
10
in baseball.
It's 10 in baseball. It's 7 in hockey. Those are my limits, folks. Don't put the bear. Okay? Bananas and Grape says, hi, Nick. I know. Hi, Letty. Hi, how are you? Jordan Younger says the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Sean Austin says, Nick, that line should have moved up. It is moved up to 7 now, but it's not juiced at 7.
It's plus 110 to the over, minus 121 to the under.
I mean, yeah. At pure principle, Sean Austin, I got to take the under. Vincent says the Canes money line, Wild money line, Stars money line, Maryland money line, Cleveland State, and Virginia Commonwealth on some point spreads. You got anything going on in college hockey tonight?
Basketball, college basketball,
or college basketball. Did I say hockey? I did.
I wish college hockey was on my book.
I know,
I'd handicap that.
I'd handicap the shit out of that. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, Canes, yes. Wild, no. Stars, yes. Maryland, yes. We're on Maryland minus 1.5. We've actually capped sides the last couple of days. We had 5 sides yesterday. Went a cool 5-0 on those. Cleveland State did not bet that game, and VC we have the over.
Okay, fair enough. Sean Austin, Stars to score first, minus 40. Don't hate that. Yeah, I will say this, though. There's a lot of people on the Stars. Lots and lots. And rightfully so. I'm not saying that. But Marc-Andre Fleury's had a rest. He's not great. I'm on the same page as Nick Earl when it comes to Fleury. But the Stars, I don't know. On the road, they're not
Stars have been better on the road lately.
So they're due to fall off. Stimmy, we talked about that. The Wild puck line?
No.
Plus 1.5, minus 215? Nah, no thank you.
No.
Stars over 5.5? I don't hate that. I'm on the Carolina over. I think that's actually Mandy's handicap 10 plays. My wife's handicap 10 plays are the VGK game and the Canes and the Preds over 5.5. Both games over 5.5.
Mine are the over 6.5 in the Wild and the team total over for the Panthers. I doubled up on that. I've done that a few times in the handicap tone. Well, I'll double up on one game, team total and full game over.
Okay. Rope hints to score.
Rupe hints. I'm on Jason Robertson. I'm on Jason Robertson to score, not Rupe Hintz.
Doug says, my picks didn't count yet? I don't know what picks you're talking about. Ronnie Fraud says, Detroit Lenny, did you get my message yesterday about handicap 10? I was at work. Double. It was the only way I could send the picks. If you sent me something on Facebook Messenger or anybody that's listening, I'm not on Messenger like that. So you have to, here, my theory on this, I don't know if this is the case, but I don't check Messenger if this happened before in contests. I'm not like Allie Burns where you could text her picks or your picks or whatever. I don't have no control over anything but handicap 10 or any contest that I post. So my thought is if you can go on Facebook to message me, you can go on Facebook to post your picks. So I'm not on Messenger though like that. So I don't know what you guys are talking about, Ronnie and Doug, but if that's what you're talking about, I'm not on Messenger like that. I don't know what to say besides that, but
yeah.
All right, so best bet you got for tomorrow. Give me one that stands out to you. Besides, we talked about that Colorado game and the Edmonton game. I'm interested, real quick before you answer. I'm interested in the Leafs Blues game. Haven't bet it, but I'm interested in it. Could potentially have playoff feel to it, and I'm on Calgary. I want to be on Calgary. I'm obviously not going right now. It's at minus 270. I'm not jumping. I'm not betting that. But I like you mentioned Calgary first period, right?
First period puck line at plus 110, plus 115 is something I like.
Okay. I don't mind that. Any thoughts on that Vancouver game and the Anaheim game?
I bet the over 5.5.
Okay. All right. I don't hate that. What else you got going on this weekend? What do you got going over on Picks and Parlays, Earl Sports Bets? I know you guys got you still got the 7-day package. I'm gonna post that real quick. Nope, that's not it. It's this one. 7-day package, only $49 over at Earl Sports Bets. What have you guys been crushing on college basketball? I know that you've been.
College basketball was much better last night. We went 8-2. We went 5-0 in sides, 3-2 in totals. So that was a much better night last night. So yeah, we're continuing college basketball. Tomorrow's Saturday, which is the big college basketball day. So
Vincent wants to know, is there a site for first period stats for NHL?
yeah, actually, I can plug in. Let me get
Wait,
up
while you do
this
that, I'm
one.
talking. Oh, Doug and Ronnie are the same person? Come on, man. See, I can't keep track of all you guys' aliases. Uh, I'm not the IRS. But if you sent them to me on Facebook, we're doing good. I'm good. I know he's always good, so that's what he'll tell you, even though he's not sometimes. But I, if that's what you're talking about, I did not see anything there. First period. So what is this?
This
It's a
is a
Google
link
Doc.
to a spreadsheet that me, Terry, Nathan work on.
Oh,
And
okay.
it has my expected goals numbers. It has Terry's home road splits and everything like that. And also there will be period by period numbers from Nathan, which is where I get a lot of my first period numbers as well. It shows you percentages of first period wins, ties, draw, like overs, unders. If you want to look at period by period betting, this is good for live betting as well. If you guys are into live betting,
Yes.
for second period overs, third period overs, stuff like that. There's plenty of information on this spreadsheet. So if you guys are interested in looking at the spreadsheet, this is a good one to do it. I'm on this spreadsheet a lot when looking at hockey.
We used that last night. Me, Nick, and Nathan were sitting around and we were kind of on like a Zoom thing, and we were just watching hockey, being
Yeah, we
generous like
cashed
we are,
the Red
and the
Wings.
Red Wings. Yeah. So, and we were looking at that spreadsheet. That stuff. I'm telling you, there's a lot of boy. There's. I mean, I thought I was a numbers guy, and then I met Nick Earl and Terry Addo, and Nathan is just he's like
Nathan's
the Rain Man
amazing.
of spreadsheets, man.
Yeah,
He's like, and I mean that with
he
the
puts
biggest
mine to
compliment.
shame.
He kind of puts he like I feel real old with my stats on paper. When I look at all his stuff, and to just I can't wait to see like a baseball version of that.
Oh, baseball. We're gonna yeah. Uh,
That's gonna
he
be
messaged me the
crazy.
other day. We're gonna be starting to build a baseball model for this baseball season, so I'm excited about that.
That's awesome, awesome. All right, guys, that's about does it for us. Don't forget to check us out next Friday night, new time, Net Picks and Chill, 9 o'clock Eastern time, 6 o'clock Pacific time. We'll recap Friday night's game, maybe give you a little live action. We'll go over the weekend's game, everything like that. Anything you like for Sunday, real quick? I
There's no
haven't looked
lines
at
out on
Sunday
Sunday.
at all.
There's no lines on Sunday's games. Let's see what the matchups are.
I haven't. Oh, Stars,
Ooh,
Coyotes on a back to
Penguins
back.
and Canes. Islanders may get a win. They're playing at home against the Canadiens. Panthers and Blackhawks, Rangers
Man,
and
I feel like the Red
Sens.
Wings play like once a month, like once a week or something, and like they just, I don't know. That Hurricanes Penguins game, 1 o'clock
I'm definitely intrigued on that
Sunday.
8 o'clock game between Minnesota and Edmonton. I might look towards Edmonton in that spot or an over.
Um, Depending on how Minnesota plays against Florida tonight, I'm not opposed to that. I will say that. Knights play Sharks. It's
Yeah.
a rough stretch here for the Golden Knights tonight with the Kings and then the Sharks. I mean, that's some battles. Florida should destroy Chicago on Sunday. That Hurricanes Penguin game, though, that could be a playoff field, too.
Yeah.
And then what the hell do the Wings play next? Monday? Nope. Tuesday? Nope. Jesus. They don't play again until Wednesday against the Avs at home.
Oh, they're going to get crushed.
You better jump on the money line in regulation right now. Red Wings. All day, every day. Okay?
You're high.
Not yet. But that's going to do it for us.
With that being said,
With that being said, that's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Join us Monday through Friday, game time decision, 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Wednesday night, me and Tim Earl talk all things shooting hoops. We will be off this Wednesday because They're not even back from the All-Star break. So, but join us the following Wednesday for Shooting Hoops. Me and Nick are every Friday night till the season ends. And then probably some playoffs as well. Friday night, net picks and chill. Other than that, game time decision, Monday through Friday, 3 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Eastern. Any parting words for our friends for the weekend?
No.
The correct response was good luck unless you're against me. Damn it, Nick.
No.
All right, guys.
What he said.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us. Take care. Good luck.